trying to break this case down as we go. I was supposed to come back and continue the video I did yesterday, but I think I got off and I was doing some stuff, and then one thing lead to another, and I didn't get to come back. Then I was watching some stuff last night. Once again, we got the mainstream media. Mainstream media still like trying to cover up. They still don't want to give Johnny, it's like they still trying to not give Johnny the win, and they still trying to come up with all these excuses instead of just saying this is what happened and Johnny, Johnny's right. And once again, the UK, once again, a lot of people still, especially mainstream media, don't want to talk about how the whole UK was just dismissed all the Johnny Depp case, dismissed all his evidence, and he was fighting a lose-lose battle from the start because they didn't really care about his evidence, even if you know the Amber Heard lied on his name and they printed up. They literally print up lies about him, and he's like, "Hey, y'all cannot do that. Y'all are an entity that putting out news to the wider population of millions, billions of people. Yet y'all cannot put this out. That's a lie on my name." And said, "Oh, it's because my ex-wife say it, so that made it true. My ex-wife say it, so that made it true. You don't care about what I gotta say. It's all about my ex-wife say it, so it gotta be true. Forget about me, the person that was there. No, I didn't said that." And then when I do bring my evidence, y'all dismiss it because there's a lot of connection within the court. People that on their side, Ember know, and it's like a whole connection of everything going back and forth. So y'all, so and most of the time, instead of they correcting that, like, there was something very suspect in the UK, that that particular courtroom that they tried the case with connection with Amber and her peoples, it should have never been tried there. They should have been a neutral of Amber knowing nobody, Johnny knowing nobody, and the case get a fair trial. But once again, they didn't care about defaming Johnny's name, even if it's a lie. They just wanted to get their narrative out there. 'Cause they wanted him canceled, and they wanted him canceled by any means necessary. It don't gotta be true. When somebody wants something bad, they're not looking for the truth. They just looking to push a narrative. That narrative could be false. A narrative could be in the gray line. It doesn't matter. They're not in it for the truth. If they was in it for the truth, that UK case would have go a lot different. They wasn't in it for the truth. They didn't care about the truth. It was about smearing Johnny at the end of the day, and they did it. And the mainstream media didn't give them any pushback because there's a lot of connection going on there with mainstream media. Only people that was really pushing back on it once again was new media, independent media. People like myself and people like DY Guy, people like Incredible Average, people like Rocco, people like Emily Baker, like, all these like independent people like Andy from Popcorn Planet. It's like all of these independent media, they're the one that was willing to look at Ember case and look at Johnny case and say, I don't know. I feel like there is more to give here. I feel like he's not getting the shake that he should. Everybody that coming in, hopefully everybody's having a great day. Please, please like, talk. Anybody come in, let me know what y'all think about the case so far. Mainstream media is really not giving, the real people that do the job out there. Like, once again, I'm so grateful that, regular people like myself could go in the courtroom and actually get it for that, regular and get it out there for real people that actually could have watched the case and we could have see all the evidence. You know, Unfortunately, us for society, even me myself, watching mainstream media, I stopped watching mainstream media for about 15, 16 years now. So I used to think, most of the time it's okay to just believe women, forget about evidence. But I start thinking like, no, maybe I shouldn't be thinking like this. I need to weigh the situation and decide, what's going on. Let's give everybody a fair shake to defend themselves. So that's what it comes down to. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna weigh the case and see how it goes. You know, the mainstream media is just not they're not having it. They're just trying to smear a lot of independent creators. But I said, give it up for new media. I think this is one of the best thing about from 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think this is one of the best thing about, especially hitting in the 2000. There was a lot of independent people that was got in voice. Like, we could say whatever about Facebook or Instagram, but I think all of these stuff give a lot of independent media to get their word out there. Unfortunately, sometimes some of these same platforms do try to silence some independent people voice, but most of all, still a lot of independent people get their ideas out there, and the audience that could pick up on that and be like, okay, this person is willing to come on the line and talk what's going on, and we could have that conversation. So it's excellent. You got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got some people posting Snap, some people do YouTube. So there's like so much independent media out there that you could got a voice. Most of the time it's about getting your audience. I think one of the hardest thing about Facebook is starting and building your audience. A lot of time, if you know somebody that already have an audience, sometimes they will talk to you, and sometimes because pe- their people will start messing with you right away and follow you and give you a early start. But most of the time, it's just starting out and getting your voice out there, and then once again, getting your stuff pushing in the the auto rhythm. You know, get, just being here and getting a voice. So I was watching yesterday. I was watching case. Let's see here. Um, I guess I could continue share my screen here. If I could continue, I think this is where I was yesterday watching Everybody Incredible Average. I said I would wanted to find out about what happened to Incredible Average. I think what happened to Incredible Average is let's see. It's on, right? Um, okay, I'll put this back on. What happened to Incredible Average is as far as I'm hearing, the mainstream media is not he didn't. That's why I was wondering. If you watch my last video, I was wondering why wasn't he posting most of this video. As far as talking to some more people, and they were saying there was like a reporter like harassing him in real life, following his family or what. So I guess they find out who he was, and he was going through a lot. So that's why he kind of stepped away, and we noticed we wasn't seeing any more videos and stuff. And then, as far as I heard, they saying he didn't get monetized. So a lot of these videos that's on his channel, like he have the views. Some people definitely find, but hopefully, hopefully, YouTube could definitely get him monetized because I think he did an amazing job. And I'm hoping, hopefully, it's not just me. Hopefully, some more YouTubers with a bigger following could talk about that. I'm hoping even Popcorn Planet and even DY Guy, hopefully he could cover what happened with Incredible Average, and hopefully we could get him pay and for all this amazing work that he put out, that the whole coverage from the 2016 and coming up, and so I'm hoping he get his due just, and I think he should. He did such amazing work. I hate to see people put that good work in and then get penalized for the great work that they do for the public, especially covering the truth. Blood, sweat, and tears covering the truth. It's an amazing job. So hopefully we could he get monetized, and I'm not sure. Hopefully, he return to YouTube and start talking more about the case. Hopefully, I would love to watch some coverage of what he was doing when, the rest of this Johnny case was going on in 2022. I would love for him to make some videos and talk to the people, because I'm sure a lot of people want to hear his voice. I guess they said he'd been on Twitter. I guess I'm gonna try to look him up, see if he go by the same name on Twitter. And I guess I heard he have a Instagram. I need to, because I heard he was doing some posts here and there on Twitter and probably Instagram, but I know he wasn't on YouTube most of the case, but he was going through a lot. So our prayers go out to him and his family. I pray he's in a better place, and I pray for all the amazing work that he do, man. I love to see independent develop that do the work, do get the recognition that the amazing work that they put out. So give it up for Incredible Average, and he is definitely the tip of the spear, as Alex Jones would say. He was the tip of the spear. One of the founders at the tip of the spear, just getting the truth out there to the people, so we could look at the information that we given and come up with a realistic, a realistic verdict of what's really going on. That Johnny got to fight for 6 years, and even though he didn't get a fair shake in the UK, he didn't give up. Fortunately for us, it was somebody with have that with some fame and some money, because 9 times out of 10, a 9 to 5 person that probably would go through the UK case, if they do the same thing as Johnny, maybe they do it with family to feed and stuff. They wouldn't have the money, even if they didn't get the fair shake in the UK case, to appeal and pay good lawyers to come back again in Virginia to have a fair case to actually free their name. So it's a blessing and amazing thing. So we could have get this case at all because it was somebody with a little notoriety and have some money in their bank account to even go forward and do an appeal, and to still try to push the truth out there, because sometimes the truth is not easy to get in front of the people, because sometimes, once again, the truth, sometimes 9 times out of 10, you need sometimes a good lawyer to still present your truth so the people at large could see what's going on. So yeah, let's take a listen to what Pember was saying right here. Again, I continue. Let's see what's going on here.
I can write it. Guess what? I'm not saying another fucking word about Toronto. I'm so sick and tired of fucking fighting about old fights. This is not about a fight. This is broad. This is a broad thing. And if I'm telling you every single time you get dressed and you fucking split the top of a fight, you never fucking try and work it out, you never fight for me, you never come to me, you never self-calm, you never self-soothe, you're never the one to throw the olive branch. I'm sick and tired of it. It needs to fucking change. And you can go, I can't meet those demands, I can't do it, or you can fucking promise.
You see, this is where this is the real Amber Heard that most of us don't really get to hear. You could hear how she's carrying on, and she's cursing, and she's you never this, you never that, and she's just keep 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 bringing it on. Once again, she want Johnny to fight with her. She craved that attention. She craved that toxicity, that is toxic. She craved it, and she's looking for it to like I don't know. It's like you give her a verification of, yes, this is what I deserve. This is what I supposed to. This is what it is. And Johnny's just trying to have a conversation. You just wanna talk through whatever problems they going through. We don't gotta shout. We don't gotta fight. We could talk through problems like normal people supposed to do. But she don't want to hear that. Let's see what's going on here again.
Me so I have a modicum of safety, I feel a modicum of respect, a little tiny shit sliver of fucking like, you are in this whether it is good or bad, whether it is good or bad, down and up, lows and highs, tough and easy.
Here again, saying he doesn't stay and fight with her. He leaves. He removes himself from hostile environments. In her words, every single time you split at the top or beginning.
So as you see, she is like still carrying on and just complaining, blame game. She's always playing the blame game with Johnny. And at the end of the day, she know Johnny actually have real love for her. And when people know you have real love for them, they could play in that. They try to push your buttons, try to low blow you, try to make you feel bad, like you're not listening to them, but you are listening. But you're just trying to say, hey, I'm listening to you, I hear you, but can we have a civilized conversation without fighting and shouting? Can we just, can we agree that let's just talk? Yes. If whatever we're going through, we could talk about it without shouting. We could come to the table and put our cards down. And, if I'm wrong someplace, I could say, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Sorry, babe. I was wrong there. But, you was always, and you could say, yeah, yeah, that was my bad too. I guess we have a misunderstanding. And a lot of time we could solve so much without it just shouting. It's kind of hard in arguments to solve your problem with just shouting over each other. A lot of time, people, we are just getting riled up and we're not getting the answers that we should be getting. So 9 times out of 10, a calm mind is is where it is to actually solving real situation. So let's continue and see what she does. Continue to say here.
of a fight, but I thought he beat her whenever she questioned him or at the drop of a hat. Also, notice how much she doesn't want to talk about her abusing him, saying this is not about a fight, but rather the broad subject of him leaving when a fight starts. And you may have caught on, she uses the terms needing safety. You'll realize as this progresses, she's referring to not physical safety, but the safety that the relationship and Johnny are not going anywhere, and she wants to be confident he won't leave, but rather stay and fight through the bad times.
You got the tapes. Let me hear them. Send me the fucking
I
recordings.
will.
Just,
I will.
just text them to me.
I don't know how else to say I will to you. I haven't because we have not been well. We have not been good.
And you see what she said here, right? Johnny's saying like send me the tape. If you're being calm and I'm the one just flipping out because you're being calm and you're trying to have a calm conversation. You're not being violent. You're actually just trying to talk to me, and I'm the one that's just going off when you're calm and you're actually being ladylike and being a wife, and and I'm just going off, don't want to be calm, I want to fight. Send me those tapes. That's what Johnny's saying to her, like, you're trying to make it seem like you're calm and you want to just talk, and I'm just going off because I don't want you to be calm. I don't want you to be cool. I don't want you to be chill. I don't want to have a normal conversation. I actually want to fight with you. So Johnny's saying, if this is what I'm doing, and you're saying maybe because I drink, I don't know that I'm actually asking you to be angry all the time. I'm actually asking you to be violent with me. If you have tapes that me asking you to be violent with me, if you have tapes that I'm telling you get angry, send me those tapes. Let me hear the tapes because I'm so out of my mind. I'm not remembering begging you to be angry and begging you not to be calm and begging you that I got to run to the bathroom and begging you that I got to leave the house and go somewhere else. Because if this is just all in my head and I'm not thinking rationally, send me those tapes. And she knows she don't have those tapes. So she keep coming up, well, I was, you don't have those tapes. Because that's not what happened. You're the one that being the aggressor. You're the one that being over the top. That's what she's doing. She's trying to play, trying to make him feel guilty, but he's trying to pull her card in a calm way. Like, send me, if this is what's really going on. You saying you got tapes of this is what's going to, send me those tapes because I haven't heard them, and what I guess whatever tape she's showing him, that's not what's going on. So once again, it's just like in court. Amber saying, "Oh, I did give them the proof. Oh, yeah, I did prove that. Oh, I did. Oh, that's not my job. Reflecting. Every time somebody Camille try to hold her accountable, she try to reflect it. Oh, I did give them the proof. I did show them the picture. I was abused. She's always reflecting. Every time you call her a card and you call her a bluff, like, hey, you don't have that. Stop saying this happened to you when you have no proof that this happened to you. And the proofs that you have, we look at your proof and it don't match any of your story. she's always just reflecting. So let's continue here with my main man Johnny, trying to speak to her, trying to have a decent conversation, and see where that goes from there.
When I fucking move out, if I move out, then you'll have them, and you can fucking relish them. You won't fucking like it, what you hear. Won't make you happy. But you hear what I'm telling you. That was after Toronto.
Yeah, that's when we came back here.
I know where we were.
Toronto, Boston, here,
I know where we were.
rehearsals.
We've been on the road basically since Australia, and I have been at your side, and I have not been filming a movie.
Well, we were on our honeymoon. I hope you were at my side.
I'm not talking about just a honeymoon, now am I? I'm talking about many months. And was it all the honeymoon? No. I have been at your side throughout it all. You said, why did you come to Rio? And I answered you. I would love for it to be better. I have no fucking consistency, no safety, no security. The relationship is something you don't fight for, you don't stand up for, you always run from when it's tough. I'm telling you, I need more. We didn't say vows. You didn't make them exactly in that way.
Here she is, what she just want to continue fighting. Here she is saying, "Oh, we need vote. We need, you're always running away. You're always hurting me." Once again, every time Johnny run away from a fight and Johnny don't want to argue with her, you're hurting me. You're running away. You're not manning up and you know get down with me being toxic. You keep trying to hold me accountable, and I'm telling you, this is not what I need. I need someone that's gonna fight with me and show me they care because they're just willing to fight, instead of just having a conversation. And Johnny's saying no. Like, the reason I'm leaving because you're doing too much. Like, yes, we have misagreement, but you don't want to have a conversation when we do have misagreement. You want to fight and blow up, and you want to get violent. You want to do too much. You want to throw things at me. So sometimes you get me so mad, I may gotta just swing some cabinets, and because I'm telling you, leave me alone. Like, hey, I want to go. I don't want to. We don't have to do this. Let's talk when we had a calm mind. Let's talk tomorrow. Let's talk in a few hours. A lot of the state, this is what you're hearing. But once again, mainstream media don't really want to cover a lot of these real tape with the real evidence that's covering in real time that Johnny said, yo, that was me in the tape, and Amber said, yes, that was me in the tape. This is real. This is exactly what's going on. So everybody could hear what's really going on. So let's listen some more and see what she's saying or what she's saying.
Wait, but now is the fucking time. I need to know if you're gonna be there. I want promises. I told you that at the beginning of this conversation. I need promises that you're gonna fucking be there. I need promises that this is important to you, not when it's easy, when it's hard too. This is something you'll fight for. That this is something that's sacred, that neither of us throw out every fight. I can't be the only one to hold the promises. I was in Toronto and it fucked me over. I can't be the only one. You can't be the only one.
See, once again, she's like, I need promises that, when I want to fight you, when she say you're not going to throw out, she mean you're not going to disappear and go cool down. I need promises that you're going to stay here and fight with me. You fighting with me, give me validation in my weird little mind that tell me, you love me because you're standing here and fighting with me. And, you, you know, I know it's negative, but it's my validation. So not just I want you to stay here and fight with me. Once again, you already bring like 100 of my family and friends to live in all your houses, to benefit me. But that's still not enough. I still want all of my family and friends, and I still want you to argue and fight with me and validate and give me that satisfaction that I'm looking for. You still got to fight with me. I don't. You hurt me when you run away, go to the bathroom. You hurt me when you go to the next house. You hurt me when you don't want to fight with me. Let's continue and keep listening.
If I split on you, all those times that I thought about doing it, we would not be here. And I stayed, and it's tougher. You know, that's stronger. I'm stronger. It is easy to run. It is easy to run away from problems. It is easy to take that out and say, well, that's the easiest. I mean, that's the best, safest way out. I'm not saying we should get in physical altercations. I never want to be in that. Never. But every time you...
Then once again here, she's like, I'm not saying we should get, but I never want to be in that. That's exactly what you want. You want the fight because when you're not going to get your way, you're going to get violent. Johnny is trying to avoid that, but you want him to stay there and argue with you so you could get to beat on him, and and he's trying to prevent that. He don't want to have to do self-defense to just say, hey, stop. But you don't, she's not trying to hear that. He's trying to say this is not good, this is toxic. We need to be able to have problems and be able to talk about it without you going off the rail. This is not working. And if every time you get like this, you could give me a little space to let me go clear my mind, and we could come back tomorrow, I'll come back a few hours, and we could have a decent conversation. Yeah, then he is willing to put up with her outbursts. He is more than willing to put up with her violent outbursts. If when she get to that place, she allow him to leave, she allow him to go calm down, and they could come and sit at the kitchen table tomorrow and just talk about it. Usually that's bad for him, but he still love her enough to be like, worst case scenario, I know maybe a lot of guys would give up the fact that they got to go away to cool you down and have a decent conversation with you, but I'm willing to try to still make this work. I'll go away and let you cool down, and hours later or the next day later, we could come sit down and have a conversation without it being a fight. He was willing to do that for her, like to just, okay, I know it's not right, but I'll go somewhere and we'll talk about this when you cool down, and we could have a decent conversation. This man is a great guy with a really good heart that had a really hard childhood growing up, but he's trying his best to be a better man, and he's fighting with his own addiction, and he's still trying every day to be. I think he's trying to be a better person. He's trying to be better. He's trying to be better than his dad. He's trying to be better than his mom. He know where he been and where he come from. And when you grow up in a broken home, sometimes you could either let it destroy you, or you could actually despise that home because it wasn't a loving home. And you could actually say, I would never do that to my kids. I'm always going to be the opposite of that. It's just like some people grow up without their father, like LeBron James. And I think he tries so much to do for his kids that he never got because his father wasn't really there like that. And he don't want his kids to ever feel like he's not there. So I think sometimes he overdo stuff just to make sure he is a better man, and he want to be there for his kids at all time because he never have that. Some people could say because LeBron never have that, he could just said, my father wasn't there, so heck, I'm not gonna do right by my kids or my wife. But no, he know what that feel like. So he don't want to. He despise that feeling, and he would never want to put his kids through it. Some people go through that, and it consumes them. They wasn't strong-minded enough to actually overcome that. To say this wasn't right. My dad wasn't here. My mom wasn't here. This is not what a regular family should be going through. Some people never recover from that, but some people are strong-minded enough through the the dark days, the downtime, to say one day I'm gonna have a chance and I'm gonna choose something different. I'm gonna choose something different for my kids, and I'm also gonna choose something different for my immediate family. I'm not gonna do this. This is not right. I know I'm young, but I still feel like this is not right. This is not what life's supposed to be. So that's that's Johnny's struggle. Let's continue and listen more.
You don't like what I say and you fucking run away? will never work out anything. You can't run away every fight. You can't. It's easy. It's not brave. It's not strong. It's harder to say to somebody, I want to work this out. I want to face what I have. I want to face what you have. I want to work it out with you. You're not working it out. You're running away, and then you make me be the bigger person every single time and come to you and knock on the door and come to this house and say, hey, we're married. It's supposed to be sacred. Calm down, calm down.
I made you.
Yes, by default. If you're never the one to do it, one of us is, and I'm the one to do it every time. It means I'm the bigger person every time. It means I have to be the strong.
See, once again, she's like, you made me. No, Johnny's trying to cool down. He's trying to make sure before he get back and talk to you that your mind is in a better place. So every time he try to say, let me just step away and let us cool down and cool down for a few hours, 5, 6, 10 hours, maybe the next day, you know, maybe because you're not in a place, Johnny don't mind, here is a guy that have millions of dollars that wouldn't even mind sleeping on the couch or wouldn't even mind going to a next room to give you space to say, okay, I'm going to let you calm down. I'm going to sleep in the next room. I'm going to sleep on the couch to make sure tomorrow when you're in a better mind space, we could talk and have a conversation. And he's willing to do that for you because he actually loves you. So he's willing to make sacrifice for you in his own home. In his own home, he's willing to make that sacrifice for you. But you still can't, well, give him that. But once again, I feel like you have a plan when you got with him, and it was a furious plan, and it was a dog plan to take Johnny down. You had a plan to take him down the whole time, and maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you always planning to cash in on it, but maybe you speed it up when you see Johnny was having enough of your violent outbursts and everything that happened when when his mom passed, may God bless her soul. You decide to be like, okay, I'm gonna get out in front of this before Johnny, and I wanna, just be angry and get out here and get in a movement that don't really represent me. And let's see if this could give me more clout in Hollywood and make me a bigger star. Maybe they could take me as the female Johnny Depp. But you haven't put in the work. Once again, you're trying to play somebody that's not you. You're not Johnny. You probably will never be Johnny, but that's okay. In life, sometimes we will never be other people, but that's exception. I don't have to. You don't have to be the next Tom Cruise to be a good actor. You just need to work in you, and make people love you for you, not because you're trying to pretend to be somebody else. Let's be organic at the end of the day. Be yourself. you know be if you need the therapy to do stuff, Johnny have the money, and he will never, even if he got to pay for your therapy, I know he would never say no. If you're saying, Johnny, I want to be a better person, I want us to put me in this person that's going to be hundreds of thousands therapy that I think I need, he would never say no to you. Kaisi know he want a peaceful home. You want to come home to a peaceful home, and he have the money to pay for that. If he see that you want to change for the better, he would love that, because at the end of the day, he actually have real love for you. So he want the best for you. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, man. I'm like, this case is something else, man. And hopefully her main guy, Incredible Average, his video I'm watching right now, kind of breaking it down. Hopefully, follow, if you're not following him, give him a follow. He's a great guy. As I said, he's been going through some stuff. That's one of the reasons you haven't seen him post most videos. I find out what was going on and somebody following him in real life and kind of harassing him because I guess he put out the truth. So hopefully him and his family is okay. Hopefully he's in a better place. I'm praying for that. Him and his family deserve it. So let's see what Ember, let's continue listening some more.
Strong. It means every time I have to fight for our relationship and you get to be not You get to be lazy. You get to be cowardly. I don't know
Then
what
what
it
are you
is.
here for? What do you need me for?
Once again,
then?
I am fighting for the relationship.
With a guy that you don't fucking trust or like? Why?
I did not say I didn't like you. I love you. You're my favorite person in the world.
I don't see how
I
could
remember
be.
what I said at the beginning. I'm sorry you feel like you can't imagine it, but I said this to you at the beginning of.
And you see, once again, she's like, for the guy that I like. You see, once again, people a lot of time, how they feel when they get mad for the guy that I like and love. No, she don't really love him. She like him. She liked the life that he afford her. She liked the cloud that Johnny afford her. She liked the attention she get from being with Johnny. But she don't love him. That was the biggest issue in this whole relationship. She don't love him. He love her, but she don't love him. She loved the lifestyle he afforded her. She loved the life, the cloud that just being with him get her. She loved that people in Hollywood would probably more likely to give him roles because he's with him. She loved the lifestyle he afforded her. So, that's what he loved. He liked being there, but he loved what he get. She loved what she get just being with him. The lifestyle, the cloud, that's what she loved. But Johnny actually genuinely loved her, even with all her scars and her flaws. Johnny genuinely loved her for her with all her flaws. Johnny is willing to look past all of her flaws and said, woman, I love you for you. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if sometimes you be lashing out. If you give me a little space to get you calm down, I'm willing to go through this, even if it's not healthy. I'm willing to do this because I feel like we could get to a better place with more time. I'm willing to bet on my love that I have for you. So she's like, I like you. Oh, I love you. And Johnny said, I can't see how. Because once again, Johnny see how she get behind closed door. Johnny see how she make fun of him when he's not at home. And the security guards, some of the maids that there sometimes will tell Johnny, hey, she was talking bad about you. She was saying that because she, 9 times out of 10, a lot of the time when Johnny ain't around, her real feelings come out and saying how much she despise him, how much she loved the life that he afford her, but she despised him. And a lot of the time, people that are around go back and tell Johnny what she's saying about him when he's not there. And usually she will try to get these people replaced, whether it's a security or it's a maid, whoever would tell Johnny, she would tell Johnny, maybe we need to get God. She'll come up with something to say why this person is not good to be in the house. And it's not that the person is not good. It's that the person is going back and telling Johnny what she's saying when he is not there. And that's a big problem for her. And she want to get rid of everybody that's not Team Hember. She don't mind that if she talk like trash about him and they agree and laugh with him, she would never tell Johnny this person is doing bad, even if they're doing bad, because they are putting up with all her negativity that she's doing when he is not there. Let's continue with what's going on here, right here.
This conversation, I said, you're my favorite person in the whole world. If you weren't the most magnetic, shiny, beautiful, interesting, dynamic person I had ever met in my life, it would be so easy to walk away from this.
Then once again, she's like, once again, she tried to use these words like, you're my favorite person in the whole, you're shining. Yeah, I'm your trophy that you want to put in front of everybody. You're shining, you're my favorite person. That's the problem. I don't want to be your favorite person in the world if you don't actually love me when you should. I have a lot of favorite people in my life that have nothing to do with love. Maybe I just like the way they play basketball. Maybe I just like the way they just their style of dressing. Maybe I just like the way of certain things that they do. One of my favorite person, but doesn't mean I love that person. If I'm with a girl, I don't want to say you're my favorite person in the world, but I don't love you. I just like some things about you. When in the relationship, I'm actually supposed to love you. then I say these little triggering words that you're my favorite person in the world, but you're not. You saying that and showing me that you love me is two different stuff. You could say all the kind words, but if you're not showing me that, hey, I'm your guy, like you love me for me, and you're willing to work with me, just like I'm willing to work with you, all that you're saying is not making sense to me. You know, talk is cheap. Somebody could get up and treat you like trash every day. And every time they treat you like trash, they could be like, yeah, I love you, man. You're my favorite person in the world, right? But all in your head is like, yo, this person was dogging me this morning. This person, was treating me trash at lunch. This person was treating me trash. But by bedtime, baby, you're my favorite person in the world, right? You're my favorite person in the world, right? But you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about how this person is treating you, their action. They could say whatever for anybody. They could go outside, and when we're outside, they're lovey-dovey, but behind closed door, they treating you like trash. But every time, oh baby, I love you, right? So they keep treating you really bad, but they keep telling you that they love you. Their words is not matching with their action. You know, somebody could be in a relationship that maybe they deal with a guy or woman that don't really say I love you, but they're there to take care of you. They always try to work with you. They always love you. They don't say I love you, but just by their action, just by their action, somebody could come up to you and said, "Man, that your husband or your guy must love you. Must tell you he love you every day." And you could say, "Why you say that?" And they said, "It's action that he do for you." And you could say he don't tell me he loved me, but he always treat me. And then she's like, girl, that's real love right there. Like, she's not telling you that he loves you every day with just empty words. He's showing you. He's showing you the action. He's there for you when you're down. She's there for you when you're sad. He's there for you when you're sick. He's there for you with your saddest days, your darkest days. They're just there. You could always talk to them. You know, that's them showing that they love you. They don't have to just say, I love you, and the word just be empty. No, they could not see it and just show you the action and the words be the cup full and be running over. You can't get enough. Just the action. Just the action is just make you feel different. The action make you feel different. Even though they're not saying it, they're showing you. And you're like, my God, what did I do to deserve this amazing man or woman? Like you can't believe, like, wow, life could be so wonderful to have somebody to show you that kind of love and appreciation. See what I'm getting, ladies and gentlemen? Let's watch more.
This bratty thing that you do.
Untrustworthy.
Did you hear what I just said? Yeah. I said I can't trust. I can't trust. That's not meaning you're untrustworthy. It means we've created a situation, and I'm telling you what you do to create it too. We've created a situation in which there cannot trust can't grow. It's like it's trampled every single time, and we need a marriage. That's why I sat down. Do you not remember me sitting down at the very beginning of this conversation and saying just that to you? Saying, I know you got married for security and for safety. So did I. We did not get married because it was something that we're doing, because it was something we could walk away. We wanted a foundation. No?
I won't. Yes.
Here she's like, oh, we did not get married. You get married for security and foundation. Johnny already had security and foundation before you got in his life. So Johnny actually fall in love with you. So, and he wanted to marry you even through the bad days and everything that he been through. He still love you to still wanted to marry you. You're just another pretty face. There's hundreds of girls that he could have chose that he could have choose to be with. But once again, Ember never count her blessings. She's a harpy. She never appreciate the blessing that she's given to be in certain rooms with certain guys. There's a lot of girls on this planet that never be around these really rich guys. They're not in those rooms. They're not in those meetings. So They maybe go to a concert or go to an open and see, and a lot 9 times out of 10 they never get the time of day to date. And these women could be beautiful women, but they're just not in those rooms to meet guys like Johnny and all these guys that she been fortunate to be in rooms to talk to, and she never really count her blessings. You know, she talked to a lot of she talked to a lot of famous people that have more fame and money than her, but she never appreciated and she never appreciate Johnny love. Cause once again, I really don't think she married Johnny for love. She married Johnny for his lifestyle and what he could afford her and the cloud that you know he could give her. She feel like the more she's with Johnny, her stardom should shine more. Maybe in her head she could see herself as the female Johnny Depp. But once again, she's not putting in the work. Know that she's with Johnny, she's not putting in the work, or even when she's at home being calm enough to take some lessons from Johnny, like, hey, what do you think about my acting? Let me try to act out some roles for you. Let's do some, let Johnny try to help you with with your acting to get you in a better mindset that you have him one on one. You have his full attention that that 98% of people in the world don't get. You have his full attention because he actually have full love for you. So he will talk to you and willing to show you and willing to change your style. Maybe, look at Kim Kardashian. Look what Kanye did for her. Take her whole wardrobe and change it over. But she was willing to listen to her man. Like, what you think, baby? And he's like, yo, that don't look good for you. Try that over there. Yes. See that right there? That be you. See that shoes? That would be you. See that coat? That would be you. See that belt? That could be you. But once again, Kim is willing to listen to her man. She is willing to listen to her man. Baby, okay, dress me. Show me what you got. Tell me what you're seeing. I know you got an eye for this. I know you got an eye for that. She is willing to listen to her man. Amber, she's not willing to listen to people that know more than her. Because I guess in her mind, she know more than everybody. And that's unfortunate because she's in a room with really great people that could actually uplift her if she's willing to listen. Not argue, listen. Not argue, listen. It's amazing what you could do when you're in a room with amazing people that have a lot to teach you if you're willing to listen. Let's continue and see where this conversation continues to go.
So I wanted to make you my wife.
Yes, yes, but you could just have me as your girlfriend. You didn't want the foundation, and you told me, and maybe you go back on it now. Fine, okay, cool. Lie about that. I don't know. You told me you wanted a foundation. You told me you wanted the security. You wanted the safety. You liked the foundation. At the beginning, you said, I really like having that. It feels safe. So don't argue with me when I say it now.
I'm not arguing with you.
Oh, yeah, but you had to pick it apart.
By saying because I loved you and you're my wife, I wanted you to be my wife, that's picking it apart?
No.
Then how did I pick it apart?
See, once again, Johnny saying, I love you. I wanted a foundation. I want you to be my wife. Once again, Johnny's trying to reaffirm her that I love you. That's why I married you. And I wanted a foundation of a family to be my wife. That's why I married you. That's what Johnny's saying in so much words. But she's always trying to twist his words up to try to make him feel bad. But because Johnny's more calm, he always like, what are you trying to say? Like, yeah, I got married because I wanted a foundation of a family. I love you enough to still marry you, even though the days was not always bright. Even though, sometimes you be acting out and I got to leave the house or I got to go to a next room or I got to go to a next hotel. I'm willing to bet on the love that I have for you that we could get through all of this and get in a better place. But she's not trying to hear that. It's like, once again, she's not trying to see that, yeah, Johnny do love me. It's not just he married me because he wanted a family. He wanted a structure as a family. He just didn't want to marry me just marry me. No, he wanted a family structure. He didn't marry you because he didn't love you. He married you because he loved you. If he didn't love you, he would have keep you as a girlfriend, even after everything you put him through. If he didn't love you, he would have been drop you and find something young, better, and that actually appreciate him. But he actually love you. That's why he put up with all the trash you put him through. Us guys, 9 times out of 10, we put up with a lot of trash from girls that we actually love. I'm not sure if this is a rocket scientist thing that people don't know, but a lot of guys will put up with a lot with somebody that they act, even though the person won't be acting right. I've been there. I've been there, done that. That I put up with a lot, even when I feel like my love was mm, not being put back the way it was supposed to. I was willing to still try because I actually love this person, and I was willing to stay in a relationship for a year or two to go through stuff like that, still trying to let it work, even when it wasn't working because this person wasn't doing what they were supposed to be doing. So let's continue listening to Johnny just being a great guy, man. What can I say? Freedom for Johnny.
Forget it. I don't want to do this. I don't want to fight about fight. I want to fight about the semantics. I want to
How
fight.
come when I come up with a point, you can't answer it? You don't want, or suddenly you don't want to answer it?
What am I not answering? Because I don't want to fight about this new thing? No, I don't want to. I said you wanted the safety and security, and you stopped me, you interrupted me, and then you said, what? Because no, because I wanted to have you as
I
my
didn't interrupt you. You asked me, right? You said, right?
I meant you interjected. I meant you said. You said. How about that? See, now, is this better? I answered you. I addressed what you're saying. Now, can we please not fight about that?
And I said, because I love you.
You said loved.
And she always have a way of trying to manipulate Johnny words. He said I love you, and he's like you said love, like she make it seems like he's trying to. No, he said he loved you. That's why he married you. But you still trying to say he don't say it the way that you think he should say it, even though his action is showing you that he love you, and even after everything y'all been through, he still married you, even though there was a lot of red flag. But he loved you enough to feel like y'all would get through it. You still just want you always. She always got to be right, no matter how wrong Johnny called out her wrong. She could never said, "Yeah, Johnny, I'm sorry about that." She could never said, "Johnny, that's my bad. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't. I wasn't in a clear mindset. I'm gonna work on that. I promise you, I'm gonna work on that." She could never admit to anything he said, even when he's right. She always got to come back with something to try to feel like she got to validate herself. Like, yo, okay, I got to counter that. Even when there's nothing to counter, it's okay in life, ladies and gentlemen. It's okay in life. We're not always right. We're not perfect, but that's okay. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. The Pope is not perfect. The president is not perfect. The Queen is not perfect. We are not perfect, but that's okay. You know, we are not perfect. We could work and whatever that is going on, we could be better people if we are willing to say when we are wrong, we are wrong. We could work on that. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us individual. We're not perfect. So I think in life you are gonna go through a struggle. You go through struggle with your mom, your dad, your sister. I'm like, this is not new. There is so much there that's going on. And to me, that's what I love about the Johnny case. I feel like he could have opened up and show you that he's in when he went up there, he could have told the judge, I was in a bad place, man. I drank I was really down. He was vulnerable. And he was willing to show people that, like, well, I'm not, maybe everybody look at me as this great actor, but I'm a guy and I have my flaws. And I'm not gonna say it made me look like the best person in the world, but I don't have to be. It's the truth, and I'm gonna show you this is what I was going through. I'm not gonna try to hide anything. I'm gonna own up to what I do. Yeah, I do drink. Sometimes I do drink and get nice and maybe passed out because I was probably drinking too much. But I'm not a violent person. And and I'm not gonna attack the women's in my life. We may have an argument, but when it comes to physical violence, I'm not gonna attack people in my life with physical violence. I'm not that guy. And for somebody to put out a headpiece on me to say I'm that guy, because sometimes I get angry, or because they're pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, pushing me, taunting me, pushing me. No, bad things happen to me, and I slam some cabinets because I'm so angry, and I'm trying to get out, and I'm trying to say, hey, stop taunting me, stop pushing me. Let's take some time and get back to this. Doesn't mean like I physically, violently, like, did anything to this person. And if I got mad and pushed my culture on that I own, that don't make me that I'm beating on my wife. That don't make me I'm beating on my girlfriend because my girlfriend is pushing me and I get angry and push my culture around. Leave me alone, and I start pushing my culture around. And I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving the house. Now I'm an angry woman beater. Even though I didn't touch my wife at all. All I did was she got me angry, and I pushed my culture on and left the house. Now I'm the worst person in the world. No, I'm not. I'm the person that actually trying to be with my girlfriend or my wife, and I want to get to a better place that they just don't want me to get, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. Hear what's going on.
We're talking about a fucking event this past tense. If I used loved, my apologies. It doesn't mean I don't love you now.
See how much she actually does pick apart the things he says, or sometimes even doesn't say, kind of like the whole "you said loved" when he said love part,
Mm-hmm.
but then accuses him of picking it all apart. She says she doesn't want to fight about the very things she's trying to verbally beat him down about, this time using guilt and then love bombing him to subdue him before telling him again what he is doing or saying is wrong. At least that's how I'm hearing it.
My whole point that you had, I don't know, an issue with is that you love me. Yes, you married me though because you wanted some safety, some security, some stability, a foundation. Of course, I want that with you. It's why I'm married to you. But I need the safety, I need the security, I need the boundaries, and I think you, because you not agree.
I need the same things.
So
But when you start flipping out, and I can't get a word in, and it's manic and angry. Well, what the fuck, Amber?
I get angry. I'm human.
Hey, she gets angry. She yells. She
See, he's just saying, yeah, like, I want the state, but she want the security of him fighting and not getting to calm down. She want the security of just him, joining and being toxic with her. And he's saying no. Like, I saw my mom and dad go through this, and I don't think it's healthy for a relationship. So Johnny, every time he get to that place, he want to get out, because once again, it's not like Johnny grew up in both parents and he was just loving. No, every time he get to that place, he just feel like, oh, it's my childhood all over. I need to get out. I cannot stand here and you know take place in what she's trying to pull me. I saw my father went through this. I don't want to go through. Let me leave the house, come back and talk to you when your mind is in a better place. You get angry. And that's what he's saying. He don't want to deal with you when you're angry like that, because you're going to get violent and lash out. And he's trying to avoid that because he feel like when you're not angry in so many words, he actually could have a decent conversation with you, and you won't hit him, and you're more willing to listen to him when you're not angry. So he wants you to calm down, so he could talk to you like a regular person. Ladies, gentlemen, let's continue.
hits him. It's human. Let her be human. Notice who the voice of reason here is, saying that he doesn't want to be there and go through it, and because he just doesn't want to fight, which in turn makes her even more angry because apparently That's what she wants him to stay and do, to fight and stop running, even telling her alleged abuser that he isn't brave or strong by leaving, but she is by fighting. Her words, not mine.
Just try. Let's both try. If there's anger, if there's something fucking really, really fucking poking us in the ass, let's try. Try not to fucking fight. Try to address it without jumping down each other's throats, because all that's gonna do is build a mountain of fucking resentment, some species of fucking hatred within the love, and totally fucking mistrust, because you say you don't trust me, you don't trust me. I get it, okay, I'm flaky.
You see, even when Johnny, if you notice, even Johnny is like, let's fucking try. He is cursing, but he is cursing so calm. You know, sometimes when somebody gets you mad, be like, you raise your voice and just be outrageous. He's like, let's fucking try. You know, he's like cursing and cursing in a calm voice. I'm saying, yo, yeah, we go through stuff, but we could still talk and have a conversation. Doesn't mean, there's no violence gotta be introduced in us having a misagreement. Johnny don't mind FCC, like, oh, the way he's talking, if Ember don't get violence, and Ember be like, Johnny, maybe that was fucking not right what happened. If Ember will talk to him in a calm voice, if he curse, Johnny don't mind having a conversation. It's that Ember blows up. She blows up and act outrageous when she feel like she's not getting her ways, and she just like do too much. And Johnny's like, I just gotta go. I just gotta go. And that's what he's trying to prove here to her. Like, okay, we're having a conversation, and I'm trying to tell you how you get and why I'm leaving. But once again, Ember don't want to leave. He just keeps saying, you run away, and when you run away, you hurt me. And he's saying, I run away because you get this way. But she don't want to adjust what Johnny's saying. She's not saying, okay, Johnny, I'm going to pretend that. My bad. I'm going to try to have a conversation in a calmer voice, in a calmer state of mind. So even if we're not, we could have this conversation. I know you're willing to. I know one of the reasons you be leaving is because I'm getting too angry, and then you will just leave because you don't want to talk to me when I'm like that. Like, if you notice this conversation that they're having, this is a long conversation, but once again, he's talking to her because she is more calm, a state of mind. She's not there trying to hit him right now. She's not there trying to throw stuff at him right now. So he's trying to tell her, let's have this conversation. He's talking to her right now because she's more in the state of mind. But sometimes even with this you'll hear her get loud and lash out. But he's like, hey, in a conversation, let's talk. So let's hear more.
Like, I'm with this, I'm with that.
I didn't
All
say
right.
as a person. I was speaking specifically about this. I don't trust the marriage. I don't trust you. I don't feel safe with it because you always fucking bail on it.
Well, then
That's sick.
I don't know.
You see, once again, she's like, oh, I don't trust the marriage. I don't trust you. I don't feel safe. She don't feel safe when an argument starts and she's trying to get violent. And Johnny said, I just gotta go. And here he is talking to a star with cloud money, and you're saying you don't feel safe because he don't want to fight with you. He don't want to fight. He don't want you to get violent. He's trying to avoid that. You don't want to have to do self-defense. Self-defense is self because you're coming at him. He's trying to avoid that. He's trying to be in a better state of mind. He's trying to say this is not healthy. This is not helping our relationship. You, it is. To Amber, if Johnny stayed here and fight with her, to her, that's helping the relationship. And he's saying it's not. It's not getting us where we should be getting. It's not making us better people. That's what Johnny's trying to get through to her. Let's listen some more.
you know.
I want the trust back. I don't. You can deflect all you want. Say it's my fault. Say how dare I get angry at you ever. Whatever. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
I don't know
I
how
don't, and I
to
don't
help
know.
you. I don't know what the
Sometimes
thing
I
is.
don't. I don't want to fucking be there and go through the shit. I don't, man. I don't.
I know.
I don't want to, because I don't want to fucking fight.
But it doesn't have to be one. It's not like I'm saying, hey, choose fight.
You just said I get mad, I'm gonna scream.
No, I didn't say that's always the case. I said, yeah, I'm mad. It happens. It happens.
Yes, I know. It happens often.
If you think I'm some suck it.
See that right there? She's like, oh, I know, I get mad. It happens. And Johnny's telling her, it happens way too often. It's not like we have a relationship and every other month you might get mad. I think Johnny wouldn't even mind if she was getting mad every other month. Like, we have 2 months of peace, then she get mad. We have the next 2.5 months of peace, then she get mad. We have 3 months of peace, then she get mad. She's getting very mad on a daily basis. She be mad for like 4 or 5 days. So they're going through months of her being mad, and she's Johnny's like, that's way too much. That's too much. You shouldn't be angry so so much. Johnny's like, that's too much. That's way too much. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna call it there. Probably I'm gonna continue this stream, but it's already long enough. It's already been an hour, so I'm gonna stop the stream here, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna still cover this and talk more about it. But I'm sure there's so much stuff to cover for Johnny, so I'm gonna cover more about Camille, more about Ben. I'm gonna cover more, so I'm gonna cover. So thank you everybody that seeing this. Please follow me, follow Incredible Average, follow Planet Fitness. Popcorn Planet. I'm a mess. I'm saying Planet Fitness. Oh my God. Popcorn Planet. Follow DY Guy. Follow James. Follow all these amazing independent creator that went there, was foot on the ground in the courtroom, just doing such an amazing job. Yes, I do watch them too. I'm somebody that being realistic of people that are independent creators that I watch. I'm not, I'm always gonna, don't matter when I had 10, 1 support, I'm always I'm gonna keep it honest with my audience of people that I actually watch. I'm always gonna tell it to people that I actually watch. So I'm never gonna feel any way of calling out the next creator that's doing a great job. And when it comes to game, I watch DeMarcus J and I watch Betty Central. Um, and I watch my boy Swag. I do watch him, and the Murder Show. Those are the gamers that I do watch, and there's some more people that I do watch in the gaming space. Marlon Gaming, I watch him as well. Um, I watch Breakfast with Boom. When it comes to the gaming side of things, Breakfast with Boom, he's pretty open-minded guy. I think he's a retired cop. He's really cool. I love his mindset. Um, what do I have more shows. I'm sure I'm gonna tell y'all more of people that I watch, the more I do these coverage of the Johnny Depp case, and just talk to all everybody out there. I pray everyone having a great day or great night wherever you is in the world hearing this. I pray all our family and friends are healthy, and we are working to see a brighter day or a better night or whatever the case is. Thank you for tuning in and being here to see everything that's going on, and I wouldn't have it no other way. Y'all been great.